else out there feel like they have to have it all together, like some kind of superhero? I'm sure I used to have a Wonder Woman complex, which is all cool while you have the energy, but where do you run to when things are falling apart? What do you do? Do you withdraw into a book, distract yourself online, or do you wall up with another mask and try to hold yourself together on the outside, pretending to be invincible while inside your heart's imploding into 1,000 jagged pieces? So exhausting. I mean, we might be able to do it for a while, but eventually we end up like a kettle and something finally blows. Back when I thought I was Wonder Woman, I battled trying to manage a marriage, kids, work, ministry, financial pressures, and a big one, other people's happiness and expectations, losing my own true identity in Jesus. Recently, I learned a really hard lesson. On top of all my other stresses, I copped some things that came out of nowhere. Death in the family, health challenges, diagnosis of a ton of food allergies, and surgery. I crashed. No, well, actually, that's a big understatement. I bombed, not just like a big splash in a pool, but like an A-bomb. I developed anxiety disorder. 1 minute, I'm traveling around the world trying to save the world in ministry, and next I was a paralyzed mess on the floor, tormented to the point that I couldn't even drive the car or be home alone. You know, I spent time in terror with heart palpitations, thinking I was going to die. One night when our kids were treated to take out, they had little figurines of superheroes in their meal boxes. And of course out popped Wonder Woman, and I picked her up, and I remembered thinking to myself, you know, I feel like anything but Wonder Woman. And God spoke to my heart, gently reminding me that I'm not Wonder Woman. Just like that cheap figurine is not real either, is the expectation for me to hold myself together. I don't have to hold my world or myself together. And actually taking that to God, I learned that He doesn't expect that either. I'd been deceived by the enemy. Have you? And are you thinking then, you know, well, what's the answer? Because I'm in way over my head right now. If running to another thing or to other people won't fix my stuff, trying to hold myself together clearly doesn't work, then what am I expected to do? Well, the answer is nothing. Because until you first learn to let go and trust Jesus to hold you together, nothing else will work. Because He is the image of the invincible God, the firstborn over all creation. For all things in heaven and on earth were created in Him. All things, whether visible or invisible, whether thrones or dominions, whether principalities or powers, all things were created through Him and for Him. He Himself is before all things, and all things are held together in Him. Colossians chapter 1, verses 15 to 17. If He can create and hold the whole universe together, then He can hold you together too. If you're already broken or loaded up, let Him heal you too, just like He did with me. He says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, because I'm gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy to bear, and my load is not too hard to carry." Matthew chapter 11. You know, it's time to give up the fight and rest. Let go and let Him hold you together. Heal. Because the eternal God is your refuge, and underneath are the everlasting arms. Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 27.